Today we see more of the Ozarks, drive through one of America's most infamous towns, fall in love with a scenic highway in Arkansas, and take a trip back 100 years ago to the golden age of bathing at Hot Springs National Park. Breakfast in Branson, Missouri was a diabetic challenge, but at least it gave me the energy to work out a vague plan for the next 2 days, Arkansas and then Oklahoma. Since the many draws of Branson aren't really our thing, we checked out and hit the road, bound south deeper into the Ozarks region. We stopped off at a mall first where I got 2 new shirts from Walmart. If you travel long enough, your wardrobe by the end will have completely changed from where you started. I think this is my first wardrobe change since the thrift store in Ajo, Arizona, way back on day 9. US Highway 65 led to our 16th state, Arkansas. I'd only passed through Arkansas on the interstate once before, so this is my first time to get to know America's 25th state better. We turned onto Arkansas Highway 7 here, in the town of Harrison. Harrison's official motto is, "Adventure awaits you." Its unofficial motto is, "The most racist town in America." Town leaders and local groups are hoping to change Harrison's image, but there is work to be done. Highway 7 takes you from Harrison to the town of Hot Springs, 160 miles away. It's an Arkansas scenic byway, which means that mayors from every town and judges from every county along the route must agree to be a part of the group overseeing it. From Harrison, first you pass through the Boston Mountains and over the Buffalo River. This is officially a national river of the National Park Service. It was the very first national river in the United States. The Boston Mountains are actually the southern end of the Ozarks. The road winds through the mountains and you only get tempting glimpses of views around some hairpin curves. I was hoping for a better view. Lucky for us, after passing through the tiny town of Jasper, we saw it, a scenic tower on the roadside, and we swerved into the parking lot for a last-minute stop. The structure seemed a bit rickety, but when you've come all this way, you take the chance. The views over the Ozarks seemed endless from up here. Having survived the climb and not being fudge fanatics, we skipped the gift shop and continued down Highway 7 to look for a picnic spot, and Arkansas couldn't have provided a better one. Blood sugar was a bit high, but the food and the atmosphere were great. The sun sparkled through the trees, we listened to birds singing and hopping from branch to branch, and the company at our table was friendly. By now we were nearing the Arkansas River, and this is its valley, between 2 mountain ranges. Crooked and steep roads, and full of local character. The Arkansas River starts way over in Leadville, Colorado, where people call it the Arkansas, flows through the city of Dardanelle, Arkansas here, and empties into the Mississippi River. It's the 45th longest river in the world and the 6th longest in the U.S. After Ola, Arkansas, population 934, you enter the Ouachita Mountains, getting closer to Hot Springs, but sometimes you just don't want the drive to end. But the drive does end, and near the Zigzag Mountains, we enter the so-called Valley of Vapors and the town of Hot Springs. This city was built around 47 natural hot springs and has been a destination for therapeutic bathing and relaxing for ages. In 1832, parts of the area were the first ever set aside by the federal government for protection. Arkansas wasn't even a state yet at the time. This area was just part of the Louisiana Purchase. This makes Hot Springs the oldest unit maintained by the National Park Service. It became an actual national park in the modern sense in 1921. And as national parks go, it's totally unique. Rather than a large natural area like the Great Smoky Mountains, or focused on a singular feature like Grand Canyon, Hot Springs is centered around these buildings on Bathhouse Row in the middle of town. They're modern restorations of the great privately run spas of the 1800s and early 1900s that attracted tuberculosis patients, vacationing families, and notable bathing enthusiast Al Capone. Only one is a still functioning spa, but they all keep their original names, including Superior, Ozark, Hale, Maurice, Quapaw, Fordyce. Fordyce Bathhouse acts as the park's visitor center, and it's also a museum. We got the brochure with its depiction of Bathhouse Row as it looked in 1888, and our token. The museum is amazing, even dry. The old-timey marble and chrome fixtures and the eye-catching steampunk paraphernalia have a kind of relaxing, elegant quality to them. Back in the day, if you visited Hot Springs and had the money, you could be pampered and soaked and massaged and steamed to your heart's delight, all thanks to the naturally heated waters bubbling up through faults in the ground, supposedly full of restorative minerals. The park does maintain a campground, Gulfa Gorge, a couple miles away, and we drove there hoping for a spot. With my access pass, it was $15, and we set up our tent, still wet from the Great Smoky Mountains, beside lovely little Gulfa Creek. Blood sugar was better now, and we had dinner. The new Devo hat I got at Walmart this morning also turned out to have other uses. After dinner, I read a brochure from Buckstaff Bathhouse, the only one still offering spa treatment to the general public. I was especially drawn to the part about people with diabetes being dissuaded from taking the baths. As a diabetic and a resident of Japan, I go to spas quite frequently. Indignant, I considered it a challenge for tomorrow. The waters of Gulfa Creek lulled us to sleep under a relaxing Arkansas sky. A fine day on the road, and one of America's most unusual national parks. Tomorrow we do get our ye old bathing treatments, hang around Bathhouse Row a little bit more, and then explore some of the other non-bath parts of this quirky park, before foolishly challenging the diabetes gods again. Bye.